Well,
there's a Pokemon.
that's the easiest thing in the world because he and I are attacking each other constantly. And so you just have to wait for whichever one emerges victorious, then just push them down. Yep. That's his fault though. He targeted me.
Worm.
Okay.
Whatever.
You don't have to console me every time. But...
No, he got pretty good by the end of the semester.
He was.
With
He was
one
also
character.
only playing Cloud.
However, I also picked up a different character and suddenly he couldn't play me anymore because he's like, I don't know what you're doing with this one. It scares me. Put it away. Then again, that's pretty much every time Super Smash Bros. Comes out with a new character.
Yeah.
And it's like, this character is broken. In 2 weeks, we're going to rewrite his moveset.
The DLC characters still have so much privilege. They've made way over.
Heroes.
Hero's great.
Kazuya. Kazuya has so much armor on all of his moves.
It's
Kazuya is.
yeah, but he's also
in
my
like,
defense
slower than Molasses.
well, in my opinion, he is someone who did not play standard fighting games as a kid. I have a hard time figuring out how to work it.
I mean, he does take more of a tournament, but also Steve's been banned in competitive tournaments because you had no names who went up and beat MK Leo's the current world champion. Anyway, no name just go up and kick MK Leo's, but like 3-0 him.
That's
wow.
nasty.
So Steve's been banned from a lot of tournaments now. I will say I do like the double battle format than the single battle. I think it adds a nice variety, and you can add more actual.
Okay, that's what I miss about it was Gen 5 especially because it had different inverse house, like triple battle, rotation battle, it had all these weird types that every once in a while they just throw into different versions of Pokemon battles, and suddenly you were completely on your feet. There was one that was inversions in terms of effectiveness.
Quick claw.
And so that was difficult. Rotation battle where you had one Pokemon up front, but technically, if you had spatter damage on anything, you could pick the other ones as well. But you only had one primary in each time that you could actually fight with. And so it was actually pretty fun. You could create different teams for different types of battles. They've essentially kind of gotten rid of that. So which game is that? Black and White. Well, Black 2, White 2.
It was because Black and White didn't have all those. I played through Black.
Yeah. But they had double battles, triple battles, and rotation battles.
Yeah.
And I believe
In
I don't think the inversion one was from a mod that I played. I'm pretty sure it was in this game. But
it's in the
it's fun.
like battle or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's an inversion fight in Y.
Yeah.
If you go to the weird house.
Yeah.
I know because I Nuzlocked it. And it killed 3 of my guys.
Because
I couldn't figure out what the inversion
No,
was.
the nastiest thing about
I was like, I don't know what's going on, but 3 of my guys have died.
The nastiest thing about Black 2 White 2, they introduced a new area within the game, a nice beach town. First of all, it has wonderful music. It's one of my favorite pieces of music. However, if you're just walking through the random houses as you do in Pokemon, and then Cynthia's in there, the champion from Gen 4, and you just look at that and you're like, beans. And she's got a terribly difficult team, and she just will absolutely clown you if you don't know what's about to happen. So I was sitting there under-leveled, and I was like, I'm enjoying this game, and I walked into a room, and she's like, I'm the adult, we're a child.
Hello.
Just massacred me in 5 seconds.
And you come back a week later, and you're like, BAM!
You're like, I'm going to win! And then you barely eke out a victory. Man, I used so many revives.
I'm 10 and I have 1.
Well, there's something nice. There's something nice about. I don't know. I argue this about movies as well in terms of sanitization. I'm all for self-censorship and the idea that you should be protective and conservative, textbook definition conservative, of what you show to kids. You should be fairly protective of them. Try to keep them innocent as long as you can without hindering their growth. You know.
I have a jar of honey.
However,
Hey, that's 2.
Ooh,
No, I have 2 jars.
But one of the difficult things about making stuff like that is just how much more adult content you put in, because you have to introduce those kids to concepts like, say, death is one of the most common
You're
ones
welcome, Green.
that kids' movies deal with. They take an adult topic,
remember.
they don't dumb it down, but they portray it in a particular way that kids can understand and they can work with it. And it helps kids
Is
understand.
technically a new round?
But I think so. But in the same vein, video games for children, I think, have become more and more the worst version of Rated E for everyone.
The version of what?
The worst version of Rated E for everyone, where it's literally you could play with one finger just tapping a button and you can just complete the game completely. And then adult games have become harder and harder and harder. You've got the Dark Souls types, you've got ones with way more challenging storylines, etc., etc. As that's kind of flourished and diversified. It's like, I feel like what we're missing is good all ages entertainment, both in video games and in
I'd say
movies.
2018 Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 did a good job of bridging that gap.
Yeah. However, I still wouldn't give that game to a kid under the age of 12 or 13.
No, but it's teenagers.
Yeah, it's... no, I agree with you. The fact that it's dipping more into the fact that
You can't
teens and, to some degree, depending on the kid, tween, can deal with these concepts, just deal with these characters.
Yeah, kill him dead.
Well, you can't bet on anyways.
I pulled out a knife. It didn't work, so...
I just like the idea that you pick it up by the scruff and kill him. Anyways, next one.
I just like kick him into the lake that's nearby. I'm like, goodbye, Bidoof.
And just a Gyarados
Dude, that was
comes
a
out
tortoise.
with Bidoof on its head, like, what did you just say?
That was a tortoise, not a turtle.
But yeah, it does make me... It does make me happy when there are games like Spider-Man that are easy enough that kids can master the controls, as well as the storyline not being so adult that I wouldn't want somebody under the age of 17 to play it.
For me, I like challenging games, or I like the idea of them.
Yeah.
But I
I'm gonna
don't
destroy
have
the
the time or the
ecosystem
energy
right
to
now.
put towards it. Like Sekiro, absolutely love the setting. I have not played forever just because I don't have the time
Yep.
or the energy to put towards it.
I think there's...
But it's something I can sit down and play, like the Batman Arkham games, Spider-Man, where it's fun, it can be challenging, but not over-the-top challenging.
But what you're describing here is difficult and challenging games versus grinding games. Dark Souls, no matter any of you get good idiots out in the internet, especially on Reddit, we're like, no, it's not that difficult of a video. Yes, it is. It is designed to
Switch
teach
to
you.
Eligma and just go fight
Do you
all
want
of
me
them.
to
Just murder them
fishermen?
all.
So
You guys
gotta
are kind fishermen.
You gotta switch to Eligma though.
I don't need to talk to them.
It's gonna reek
Look at
of burnt
them.
fish real quick.
They are gone.
I want
You're
fish
frying
sticks.
Frying up sashimi.
We need the XP. We need the XP. Do it.
Fine.
I mean, Eligma does not need the XP.
We all need the XP.
Yeah, there's like eternal whatever on it, so... What do you got?
Yeah, but Eligma is the one that you want.
Isn't there one guy who's got like 5 or 6
Magikarp?
sashimis?
Always. There's always that one twit in every
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just runs a sushi bar.
He's like, will you cook this for me? As you're just zapping him over and over and over.
But like sushi, you don't need to.
Yeah, but he has a fried sushi bar.
Maybe he's
Like
just, maybe he's
That's a
making
fish and
filet-
sticks stand, dude.
Maybe he's making filet fish
Fish and
for
chips
McDonald's.
stand.
Ugh.
Fish and sticks. Fish and chips. You have less reason? How dare you say that to me?
What are you, not an American?
As they're just draining the grease off Little Caesar's pizza.
Like pouring extra. They like take a cup of grease out of the fryer and they pour it on the fish.
Every
and serve
every
it to
time
you.
I've had the misfortune to have Little Caesars anywhere near the vicinity, I always have the urge to wring it out with a towel and then try to eat it. The issue is it'll be dry as the desert if you remove any of the grease.
Costco, as much as I like the pizza, is also pretty greasy.
It is one of the few pizzas I dab off before I eat. However,
Oh
it's
look it, a non-Magikarp.
super delicious.
Oh look, it's still gonna die.
Still gonna die in one minute.
It's only level 13.
But in the intersection between quality and cost, Costco is like the best middle ground. $2
I know
for a slice
Tyson
of pizza.
disagrees because he worked there. Pizza and Domino's, as far as cheap pizzas go, their crust
Pizza
is
Hut's not cheap.
with their
And the crust isn't cooked all the way.
with their specials it is.
The crust still isn't cooked all the way.
I didn't put the crust all the way.
You know, like, it's always a little
Soggy in the
undercooked
bottom.
inside.
I like
Yes.
those crusts.
I want it, like,
I can't
to
disagree
have a
more.
crispness
I need that
to it.
crunch.
Like, it's
I
been
need the
toasted
crunch.
properly.
Yeah.
I like a soft, chewy, like a warm bread fresh.
Comment
Yeah,
down below.
warm bread in the center, crispness on the bottom.
Comment down below.
Favorite
if you
cheap
would
pizza
rather-
because we don't do gourmet pizza here.
Well, there's that. Also, if you want us to shut up about pizza,
It's I go.
if you think I'm a heathen for
You
liking
want cheap
pineapple
pizza? Go to Papa Murphy's on like Friday. You
Dude,
get $5 pizza.
Tuesdays?
Oh, that's on
Tuesdays?
Friday?
Like $5 Fridays.
I don't remember whatever.
I
it
think
is.
there's probably a $5
Whichever
Tuesday
one
too,
it is, yeah.
But oh, this is
Oh, this is
guy.
the 6 Magikarps.
Careful, he has 6 Pokemon. This could be dangerous, guys.
Oh no, this is a lead up to another Magikarp.
Especially because we have, you know, a super quick Pokemon that will always go first. probably.
Especially good.
And he's got a heck of a mullet. We're trying to rival right now. I need to get this cut.
Kenny's really great.
My wife hates it.
It's like, look at my mullet.
I can't
Party
be
in the front, party in the back.
I can't be embracing the Idaho lifestyle because I don't have a gross like puby patchy beard. I
Neck-
shave it.
Neck beard. Neck beard. It has to be a neck beard.
I still
That's
shave
not
my
the
face.
Idaho lifestyle.
Yeah,
Not
every
proper.
kid always looks like he's an extra Napoleon Dynamite, you know, when they're like 25-year-old adults on like the
It's almost like Napoleon
but they
Dynamite
got
was filmed in Idaho.
the gross freaking
Yeah, it's our claim to
quarter beard.
I think Kenny needs to go to second store and get himself a nice big belt buckle now to match his mullet.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm already growing out my like beer belly, so I might as well grab like
there's
the
one
giant
time-
belt and like the gently used cowboy boots and never do anything.
So when I was a senior,
Come to the
when I was
gym
heading
with
into
me,
my
I've
senior
kinda
year in
followed
high
my
school,
course.
I went and stayed with my family or my uncle in Idaho for about 3 days during rodeo week, and my cousin
that's
introduced
true.
one of her friends. The rodeo was fun. I enjoyed it.
Rodeo
It was great.
week, though. Is that a thing?
can't have
It was
spend
small
the
town
whole
in
week
Idaho
being
my
like,
whole
to celebrate the
life. I didn't know
rodeo!
that rodeo week is a thing.
Well, and it was one step below professional bull riding. So it was legit good riding.
Okay, alright. That's
Um,
cool. I'm happy to watch that actually.
Yeah, no, it was great. But my cousin's friend, like, pleaded the whole hick thing because I have a belt with a belt buckle on it, just
Yeah.
a small one, has a scout camp on it. She's like, that ain't a belt buckle. This is a belt buckle. Literally,
He just
huge.
unzips his
Well,
pants.
huge belt buckle. Like I thought that was like a stereotype that we all joked about. I never thought anyone would legit, with all seriousness, say your belt buckle's too small. Mine's bigger. It's
You
like,
ever think
are
the
you?
local-
It's like,
Did
the
you ever
local
win
airport-
WWE or not?
The one TSA worker who works at the regional airport there. He's like, sir, please don't go through it. It will like send you forward. You just watch him like take a magnet and just drag him along.
He walks into a building with an MRI machine and gets sucked against the wall.
Burn you.
just magnet fish and just cast it right in his mouth. But yeah, that was one thing I thought they always joked about in novels that never actually happened. And then the guy,
Yeah.
straight out of like word for word out of a bad romance novel, it's like, are
Like
you kidding
Flames
me?
of Desire type, like those trashy romance novels that are at like the local
Holy-
Walmarts with like the washboard abs and it's
Yeah.
like seasoned with a cowboy. It's like
So,
Jenny,
that ain't a
Jenny
belt
Lee
buckle.
Jennings has never been outside of the city. She's a city girl, but now she'll meet the most country man she's ever met in her
That
life.
ain't a belt buckle. This is a belt buckle. It's, like, it's a
Like a
belt that
Hallmark.
keeps my pants up. It's a
Bill,
buckle.
Bill Hickens.
Bill Hickens.
He's never
He'll
brushed
show
it.
her some ranch love.
Oh, gosh.
He grows his own tobacco.
You're not gonna
The
get
liver
lung
cirrhosis
cancer
is
on your own.
congenital. My mom drank when she was
Yeah.
pregnant with me.
He adds his own wintergreen to his chewing tobacco.
Jules, I'm not a big like city man. I just get lung cancer like the normal ones.
We're all from the country. You guys know that.
That's the fun part. Not a single one of us grew up in a population with over like 500,000, like a real like metropolitan area.
No, I grew up outside of it, yeah.
And where I grew up, like when I was
Hello, child.
like growing up as a kid, it was about
I don't have a
67,000,
bicycle.
which is the
I'm
biggest out of the three of us in terms of population size. But also, you were way closer to actual civilization than I was. I was 4 hours away.
Boise's pretty good civilization.
Prado, Salt Lake was what I was saying, like an actual like city.
Uh,
The one where if somebody's
You're
like,
saying
"Hey, we're going to
Boise's
go
not
on
a
tour
city?
here," no,
People toured to Boise, though.
like 3 times. There's just the knitting
To be
factory
fair-
in Taco Bell Arena.
To be fair, it's just for the Broncos.
Well, it's for the Taco Bell Arena.
R.I.P. Taco Bell Arena.